Okay, so today we're going to talk about postpartum gripping patterns. So we've done some videos before on just regular gripping patterns that we all kind of get into, these holding patterns that basically can give us some more pain. So today we're going to talk about what happens in postpartum, all right? So postpartum, we think that our body will just kind of go right back to where it was before, but that frequently doesn't happen without a little bit of work. So we have the baby, our abdominals feel a little bit weak, and what happens is we end up just kind of going into this pregnancy posture where we lock out our knees, we're kind of overarching, and then we put baby, holding baby on top of this, and we start to kind of develop some more back pain, things along those lines. And typically what we'll feel is we start to get a little bit more bloating in the lower abdominals because we're gripping all in these external obliques here. So what we want to do is put ourselves closer to neutral, which is going to feel really weird initially, but that's going to help you get out of pain and also feel like things are functioning a little bit better. So right now, and you can even try this with me, if you're standing in this posture with your arch, your knees extended, and I try to tighten my abdominals, I kind of tighten, and it really doesn't feel like it's a good abdominal contraction. I feel it a little bit more in my back, and I feel it a little bit more in these upper abs. And also, if you look at my hands, if I'm in this extended posture and I try to take a breath, I don't get a very big excursion. So I'm going to inhale, belly goes out, and then exhale, try to pull it in, but it's a lot of work to pull it in, and I don't feel like I can get a really good breath going out. So what I'm going to do now is try to put myself closer to neutral. So number one, I'm going to start to make sure that my weight isn't in my heels, it's going to be more in the mid part of my foot. And then I'm just going to unlock my knees a little bit. So now it's already going to probably start to feel a little bit weird when you're used to being here. So our body wants to think like, oh, I'm falling forward as soon as I bend my knees. So we just go with that and realize that that'll be there for a couple weeks, but then it will be better. So weight into the midfoot, knees slightly bent, and then you have one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and just bring ever so slightly this chest over your belly, and then we have to relax everything. So then we inhale and exhale. I'm going to take a couple deep breaths, and here we're just kind of allowing our chest to rest on our belly. And then from there, we can do a little bit of a shoulder roll to get those shoulders in, a little bit of a chin tuck, and probably for the first 3 or 4 weeks, you are going to feel like you are here, okay? Because you're kind of getting used to this position. But when I'm here now, what's going to happen is as I take that deep breath, I can feel my whole abdominal wall relax now, and when I exhale, I can even feel my lower abdominals engage. It doesn't just feel all this pressure upwards. So that's going to make sure that every time we're bending, lifting our baby, carrying the baby around, that we're using our whole abdominal wall and not just kind of firing in these upper abs. And that's why a lot of times postpartum we'll say, you know what, I can't feel my abs really well, or I only have the 2-pack abs. I have the abs that are all hanging out up here, and that's because that's primarily what we're trying to use. So by getting that posture there, kind of breathing a little bit more, relaxing our chest over our belly, that's going to allow us to find our whole abdominal wall and decrease a lot of those aches and pains. All right, so try that out.